Under the shadow of the new Praetorian. Hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Laughing Ogres channel. Today is no laughing matter. I want to take a look at the new clan, the BLM, Black Lives Matter. As I'm going to mention throughout this video, 3 little letters that make up an easy to remember acronym, engineered to take the rights of a specific group of people. Follow me today as we join in this experiment and we look with our eyes and we think with our minds and we see who is the new oppressors, what foot is in the new boot that is stamping on the face of humanity.
Hate crimes and hate crimes and protesting are not the same things. We cannot normalize this. Carl, a hate crime is a crime that is committed against somebody because of their religion, because of what they look like, because of their sexual orientation. That is not the same thing as protesting.
Y'all burning down shit we need in our community. Take that shit to the suburbs. Burn that shit down. We need our shit. Y'all want to hurt somebody, take that shit further out. Don't bring it here. Don't bring the violence here and the ignorance here. We need everything we fucking got.
I don't think Carl is disputing that, though.
Well, he should make it very clear, because what I heard is both people on both sides should just cut it all out. And a hate crime is not the same thing as protesting. We have to be very deliberate about that.
What do you?
Though one does not speak for all, let's take a look inside of the mind of madness. Please notice that as this lady speaks, she has the active connivance of all within her vicinity.
Ain't no calm no crowd down. Y'all think we gonna get reckless out here? It's gonna get way worse. Until we get justice, until motherfuckers start feeling where we coming from, it's gonna hit everywhere.
Whereas I am no lawyer, my field of study was strictly in psychology and divinity, and I never stepped foot on the STEM side of the college. I have a mind, and that, I do believe, without a law degree, is an active call to violence and a thought crime, according to the SJWs, that now seem to be pervading our every aspect of existence.
What do you say to the people who dragged a poor white guy out of a car and beat him?
Oh my goodness, poor white people, please, oh my, stop.
I am sure that we can all agree that what Symone Sanders just said is not only incredibly racist, but if I was to say anything even remotely like that, the hordes would be beating down my very door, and the new Ku Klux Klan, BLM, 3 short little letters that make up an easy to remember acronym, would probably be marching down the streets of my small town, screaming for my blood. Is this acceptable? Let's hear from a Black Lives Matter activist. And, well, before we do that, let's look at a couple of Hispanics and what happened to them when they wandered into the wrong protest demonstration.
Don't give him the punch. He wants the punch. He wants the punch. He wants the punch. Don't.
That chills my very bones. Where are you, La Raza? Where are you, Black Lives Matter? These Hispanic individuals were horrifically assaulted and beaten by a crowd of people. Where is the outrage? Where is the incensed, I can't believe this is happening to me, I am so offended I cannot walk? Where is it? If you don't want to like white folks, people that look like me, and you don't want to judge me based on the content of my character, but instead on the color of my skin, and claim that I have some kind of privilege, I just want to say I feel so privileged when I am scooping chicken dung from a coop on a daily basis so that I can feed my family. Oh, what a privilege that is. Now let's hear from a Black Lives Matter activist. I'm sure this will be very thought-provoking.
But I want to accomplish. I don't care. I'm just against Trump, and I hate the police, and I do not like the government. I think the government is a conspiracy, and that's why all these start happening because the government.
Who's going to preserve safety?
We're going to deserve it. We got to protect ourselves. I don't know. I'm not here for all that shit. You hear me? I'm just saying fuck the police and fuck Donald Trump. They whoop his ass and whoop the shit. Whoop his ass. But it's like this. It's his supporters' fault this is happening right now. If you'd have voted for Hillary Clinton and she'd have won, it'd have been a better result.
Insightful indeed, sir. But as I listen to this young gentleman, it seems clear to me that he does feel wronged. I want you to ask yourself this question as you watch this very obvious white boy in his, to me, very obviously stilted and practiced lines. Why is this person here? Is it George Soros that paid him to be there? Is he a professional agitator? Watch very carefully what happens with this gentleman and how he reacts when he's asked one simple question in the middle of what appears to me to be a very deliberate and rehearsed answer in the form of a speech.
These people's agendas goes unchallenged. After Trump, we saw an immediate increase in hate crimes. Not just a little scuffle, not just little scuffles on the street like this. We're talking about hate crimes.
Who perpetrates the hate crimes?
The people who perpetrate the hate crimes have many different uniforms. One of which.
But why are they fake? Why are they fake sometimes?
What?
I just want to ask, why do they come out to be fake hoaxes?
I don't know why people.
You don't know? Okay.
Am I the only one, or did it appear that someone stepped on him right in the middle of a very rehearsed speech? Wasn't it funny that even though the fake news came out and I hope everyone's seen Tucker Carlson's piece, I'm not going to belabor it. There are people paying agitators. That gentleman had his own agenda and why he wanted to get on the news, and it had nothing to do with this. He wanted to show how easy it was and get a message out about some other things. That said, this gentleman was an obvious plant.
What I'm saying is I'm calling for people to be peaceful. I think protesting is a right. It is what this country was founded on. We got this country via protest, actually.
You, Mrs. Symone, are very distasteful. You are an extremely prejudiced woman with hate in her heart. I'm not guessing. You just demonstrated that in full view of anyone that can get on YouTube or Google and type in your name and poor white people. I would like to give you an example of your peace-loving, peaceful protesters and protesting. By the way, before I move on, we got this country because we fought against its rightful owners. We fought against what we called tyranny at that time. I have a lot of British friends, but I'm going to say we fought the bloody British, and we won. The French did help us. We did fight like guerrillas. We did steal their arms and blow up their munitions. We did destroy their ships in the harbors, and West Point was born from that war. Mrs. Symone, do you have any idea of your culture or history? Do you know anything of America? I know of America, and it's full of blacks, it's full of whites, it's full of Indians, it's full of Frenchmen and Polish, it's full of Latvians, it's full of Estonians, it's full of Nigerians. It is full of human beings from around the globe, and your divisive fomentation of racial anxiety is unacceptable. My dear lady, unacceptable.
I believe vote Trump, damn it. You voted Trump! You voted Trump! Oh, yeah! Yeah, you voted Trump! She been still yeah! Oh, y'all vote. Oh, y'all do that to yeah. Damn. Beat his ass! Don't vote Trump. Don't vote Trump! Don't vote Trump! Yeah, this shit didn't it. Still in split. Hey, y'all be gone though. Wait, take the lighter shit.
That is quite disturbing to me. I'm not going to put up a few other videos that I've found. I will just say that Black Lives Matter has assaulted black people, white people, Hispanic people, any people that do not fully agree with their dogma. And once again, it makes me think of another group of people, that wore white pointy hoods and called themselves the Ku Klux Klan. And they paraded around, burnt crosses in people's yards, and strung folks up, from trees for nothing. Because of their color of their skin. Please, my black brothers and sisters, my white brothers and sisters, my brown brothers and sisters, aren't we all just varying shades of brown? Join with me. Say no to this kind of hate. Leave this rhetoric in the dust. Show these fools that think they can take over the world that we as humanity will stand together, that a wedge will never be driven between free-thinking, free-loving American peoples. Because though we come from all the countries around the globe that I named and more that I could never think of, from Papua New Guinea they come, from Palau they come, from the Philippines and Indonesia, Micronesia, Indochina, from Taiwan, from Japan, from all nations they come. They gather under our benevolent flag in our wonderful land, and with a monicum of effort, they will be called Americans and be brought into the grand embrace, the wonderful melting pot, to blend their cultures into ours, not to overrun ours with theirs. Free peoples of the world, I come to you today as Mattis came to the leaders in Iraq. I come to you today with tears in my eyes. And I'm begging you, don't mess with society, or society will blow everyone to hell and gone. And remember, be good to your friends, be good to your family. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology from your neighbor, no matter his skin tone and no matter how big that thing your neighbor, friend, family member, or loved one seems to have been. And remember, in a moment you think not, your loved ones, your country, your life and your cause will depart from you.